As we have mentioned throughout the course, corpus methods have applications in research-driven activities as well as in learning environments and real-life situations. Throughout this module, we'll present 3 different contexts where text processing and analysis through corpus methods were applied to get a quantitative perspective on language and discourse. In this lesson, I will briefly present the not-so-classic project, in which I took part first as a student, then as a researcher and activity facilitator. The initiative is part of a collaboration between the Department of Translation and Interpreting at the University of Bologna in Italy and the publishing company Éditions Belin Education based in Paris, France. This innovative project, which has run for several years now, bridges academia and publishing, demonstrating how corpus linguistics can enrich both literary studies and language education. It sees the active participation of master's students in specialized translation. As a member of the first group of students participating in the project, I presented our methodology and results at the Teaching and Language Corpora Talk Conference in Manchester in 2024. Right now, as a PhD student, I am coordinating a new group of students with whom we are working on a series of Sherlock Holmes volumes, including some short stories and the well-known novel The Hound of the Baskervilles. This collaboration directly responds to a crucial educational challenge identified in France, that is, enhancing reading habits and comprehension of text in foreign language among teenagers. Since 2019, an educational reform in the country known as the Lycée Reform has listed several literary classics which should be read in their integral version during high school, among which Orwell's Animal Farm, Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men, and many others. The project is essentially based on inductive learning. Inductive learning is learning that happens through observation, it is therefore data-driven, and through discovery, thus requiring active participation from learners. It often matches a learning by doing and task-based approach. In this case, the objective of the project is to create engaging, corpus-informed materials, which help readers navigate the literary text, and provide some activities for students to develop their competence in English based on the language used within the text. One of the key innovative factors of the project is that all the literary and linguistic analysis needed to develop these materials, as well as the final production phase, are done by a team of university students, under teacher guidance and the support of the editors at the publishing company. Students are engaged in a real professional task while developing their own competence in English language and skills in applying corpus methods. In practice, the project involves direct contact with the client, weekly meetings and contact through an instant messaging group chat, the use of a shared folder and collaborative working documents, teamwork organized through task assignment, peer review and teacher's guidance, the use of analytical tools such as the free concordancer AntConc, the development of materials for guided reading, the development of activities for inductive language learning. The heart of the project lies in applying corpus methodologies to literary texts. Using software such as AntConc or Sketch Engine, we performed the detailed linguistic analysis, including frequency lists, keywords identification, collocations, and thematic analysis. The methodological pipeline that we followed can be placed in between close and distant reading. When you read a text in a way that is emotionally engaging from the beginning to an end, you are reading the text from a close distance. Instead, when you transform the text into a corpus that is a collection of words clustered into phrases, sentences, and larger units, you are navigating it from a distance, which allows you to capture certain features of the text which are hidden by the spatiotemporal constraints of a traditional reading experience. For example, think of the frequency of use of certain expressions. In practice, some member of the group reads the text, while others explore it through corpus-driven and corpus-based methodologies, such as word lists, keywords, collocation, and concordances. Then, the main themes are identified and more thorough analyses are conducted following a corpus-based approach. Each member of the team reports to the rest about their observations, and decisions are made about the most promising research trends. Then each member develops a particular aspect, and finally the whole group presents the work to the editors. As an example of our collaborative analytical process, consider the semantic field of gaze. We notice that words related to this semantic field, such as eyes or glance, are central to Sherlock Holmes stories. Thus, we produce the text in which the topic was developed and the follow-up activity. In the latter, readers will be guided to notice the storytelling device and learn new words and expressions in English, as shown in the example. Moreover, the editors have also asked our help for the production of the page called The Book in 5 Words. In this case, close and distant reading both provide fundamental background to pick 5 among the most frequent words to represent the main topics and characteristics of the book, along with some meaningful quotations. You really need to combine language competence, corpus literacy, and literary appreciation to condense a whole book in just 5 words. Our approach does not only focus on readers' guidance, it also leverages data-driven methods for language learning. Hence, 2 groups of learners are benefiting from the project. LISE students were guided in foreign literature and language learning through the paratext provided by the university team, and the university students who explore textual data to uncover linguistic patterns while analyzing the literary style and discourse of some classic English works. In this regard, we adopt a learner as researcher perspective because the master students engage in corpus construction. They perform the whole procedure that you've learned through this course and analyze the corpus in search of meaningful linguistic and literary phenomena. Through inductive activities like identifying dialect expressions in Of Mice and Men or exploring language registers in The Importance of Being Earnest, also the readers are active agents in their own learning processes. Thus, we see our activities as ones that encourage discovery, critical thinking, and independent learning in university students. The Not-So-Classic project underscores the practical value of corpus linguistics in supporting publishing companies and literary analysis. By transforming empirical linguistic data into accessible educational materials, corpus methods empower publishers to produce engaging editions of literary classics tailored to young and casual readers. Ultimately, corpus linguistics proves valuable not only in academia, but also in addressing real-world challenges faced by educational publishers. Last but not least, the project supports students in approaching real-world tasks and professional scenarios. The problem-solving activities, as well as the teamwork and the freedom of creativity, are core aspects that motivate students in their learning process and allow them to develop transferable skills while practicing their corpus literacy and improving linguistic competence.